Hey besties, it's your favorite introvert, and on today's episode of What Did My Mommy Cook, it is a meat-free Monday with some gorgeously soft roti. So if you're making flying sauces, then this is the video for you. So on today's episode, my mommy is just making red herbs, which she starts by braising some onions and some dry chilies before adding in the herbs with some tomatoes, and that's about it. Oh, and not to forget some garlic. Then she just lets this braise and cook down with the lid on, and there you have it. Literally 5 minutes, guys. Truth be told, this takes longer to clean than it does to cook. Next on the menu was some brinjal with double beans, and mom starts with the onions, chilies and some curry leaf. She lets that cook down before adding the turmeric and masala, and once that's nice and braised, she adds some tomatoes. So basically you're making a chutney before adding in the double beans with some salt, and she just lets that cook down until they're nice and soft before adding in the brinjal. I also feel like these two dishes are something that you don't see made very often as well, so this was definitely giving old school classic. Now once that has had a chance to cook down really nicely, the last and secret ingredient is some tamarind. And how gorgeous does that look? Next it was time to move on to some aloo paratha and some roti. Now I've never actually made aloo paratha by myself before, so this was kind of like an experiment. I basically just cooked down some onion, a little bit of garlic because I love garlic, some chili, some turmeric, and also a little bit of salt. And once that was cooked down really nicely, I just added in my mashed potatoes, gorgeously golden. And next it was time for some dhania, and I just let it cool down while I made the dough, which was pretty simple. I basically made 2 lots of roti dough, which was 2 cups of flour, 3 tablespoons of oil, and a cup of rapidly boiling water. And once that was nicely kneaded, I just split each dough into 12 pieces, so that's 24 pieces altogether, and I started with the aloo paratha first. These were a little trickier to roll out just because the filling starts to peep through a little bit, and you also don't want them too thick, so trying to keep them thin, trying to keep them round was super tricky. But as long as they puffed and as long as they were soft, I was totally fine with it. Next I started rolling out the roti, and the trick to a kind of round roti or mostly round roti is putting pressure on one side of the rolling pin and less pressure on the other side, so they kind of turn on their own. Or at least that's what mom taught me, but it's a good thing my in-laws already like me, so my rotis don't need to be perfectly round. I hope you enjoyed this episode of What Did My Mommy Cook, and don't forget to follow us for more wholesome cooking.